What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney 2.
Yes.
It is time to begin the final chapter. The resolve of RYUNOSUKE. The final chapter. I feel like it's a Soul Calibur game all of a sudden now. But it's time
The resolve of RYUNOSUKE Naruhodo.
to solve everything that these two games have been leading up to. All of this chaos and all this stuff involving the professor and assassins and political turmoil. It's all gonna come to an end soon. So let's see where this is gonna take us, because oh boy, it's gonna be a wild ride. Okay.
Boy, oh boy. It looks so foreboding.
It does.
I'm scared. It's the start of a horror movie.
There's not even there's not even a voiceover cutscene or anything.
Wow.
It's time.
It's not wasting time, is it?
Nope. Like it's go time. Everything's about to hit the fucking
That was a hit.
I was gonna say, I think this is more intimidating than usual.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they've definitely made it more dramatic. Okay.
It sounds scary.
This is gonna be scary. So, the time's finally come. Today, we unravel everything. I'll be counting on your support more than ever today, Miss Susato. She's kind of
she's still
in shock about yesterday.
her dad.
Yeah, you tried to play it off pretty well, but I don't think you really played it off that well.
No.
Miss Susato?
Ah!
Oh God!
She got spooked like a horse. Oh no! What's the matter, Mr. Naruhodo?
I'm the matter now. There's brain matter on the floor. Ow. Nothing. I was just saying that I'll be relying on your support today, but...
I'm so sorry. Of course, I know I can be rather incompetent at times, but I shan't let you down.
Would you mind helping me to my feet then? Would you mind helping me up?
Oh dear, I'm really very sorry. She's not focused.
Oh God, no.
Which is not good.
No, it's gonna be riding solo today, boys. Susato-san isn't her usual self at all. But that's hardly surprising, I suppose. She just found out that her father is the partner of a world-famous detective. Not to mention,
good morning, sir.
No. Hi.
Hi, buddy.
Lord Van Zeeks. Thank you for all your efforts yesterday.
I'd like to think he witnessed her just yeeting Ryu onto the ground.
Oh, that was impressive.
And just hung back and then approached.
Well, did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, he said thank you.
What? Oh, nothing. I hope he can clear things up today. I really can't make this man out. His face says, I hate you, but his words are almost jovial today. In fact, he hasn't been very Reaper-like at all since this all began yesterday.
Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper, Mr. Naruhodo.
Good point. The Reaper? I suppose in hindsight, I shouldn't have allowed that misconception to go unchallenged. Huh? It was my tactic acceptance of that pseudonym. My failure to stop the Reaper becoming something more than a mere legend that led to all of this.
But you're not to blame for that, Lord Van Zeeks. Yeah.
It's only because serious crime in the capital dropped off so sharply when the public started calling you that. That's why you didn't say anything, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what he told us.
To be frank, I'm not sure that was the sole reason. Okay, I'm gonna sound real dumb for a second. Has he always had that emblem there on his
That's
chest?
His prosecutor's badge, yeah.
Dude, I don't know why, for some reason, that's just that I've never noticed that until this very moment.
He's put his hand on it many times in court.
That's why I noticed that. I know I was gonna make myself sound dumb. Good day.
Yeah,
good job, me.
It's his prosecutor's badge.
Only took me until the end of the second game to realize. All right.
Boy.
What do you mean? I'm totally ready for this job.
And I thought I was the blind one.
There was a rumor at the time that the Reaper was really the ghost of my late brother. That having been slain by that evil killer, Clint's restless spirit returned as some sort of demigod.
That sounds dope.
To wield the deadly blade of justice where I, by dint of the law, could not. Yes, we have heard that story too. When I lost him,
felt as though I'd lost my guiding light. I didn't know where to go or what to do. And so, in some small way, I wonder if perhaps those rumors made me feel the absence a little less, made his absence feel a little less keenly.
His brother's still alive, confirmed.
Even if I knew it was just an illusion, just some nonsense conjured up by an over-imaginative public.
He was obviously extremely important to you, Lord Clint Van Zeeks.
Well, what's important now is uncovering the truth. That's all that matters. Okay, this is like 99% not true, but just because it'd be a fun idea, I'm gonna throw it to the wall and see if it sticks. Clint Van Zeeks and Genshin Asogi like never died, but they made a pact to essentially be like ghosts of sorts that were always, you know, kind of doing some naughty things for the good of the world or the good of the British Empire. So essentially, like, there are people that knew what was going on that helped them create this, but essentially they faked the death of Clint Van Zeeks and faked the death of Genshin Asogi, and so like both of them are just in the shadows making sure that justice prevails.
The coroners and all that would have to be in on it too.
Yes, which we know they are in on it.
I know, but like that's no.
They're literally in on it. They faked Genshin's autopsy report, so it's not unplausible.
You just said it's most likely 99% incorrect.
But I want it to be true. Because I guess I must have missed the line at some point where they said, because I don't remember them ever saying that the Reaper was the ghost of his brother. I don't remember that ever being said, but I also have horrible memory, so I don't remember anything at all. But let's keep this going. I know that you didn't take anyone's life. And I intend to prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt. In court today.
I never thought I'd say this, but I can see it in your eyes. That burning desire to cut through all the lies and deception. I can't deny it any longer. You are a lawyer of absolute integrity.
Thank you.
Now tell me, why do I detect the scent of expensive tea leaves in the air?
Iris? Hello.
Hi.
It's a very serious Iris.
Yeah.
Oh, Iris, when did you get here?
Oh. I brought you one of my special blends. Holmesy loves it. He says it helps him to clear his head, so he drinks it all the time.
That explains a lot, but I thank you.
Actually, the first and last time I'll ever see a sight like this.
Yeah.
You seem different today, Iris.
Oh?
Sort of subdued, I suppose.
I am not.
What happened yesterday is obviously still playing on her mind a lot. She's clearly very troubled about having stolen that autopsy report from Dr. Seth's laboratory.
Guilt is gnawing away at her tiny soul. Alright then, good luck to you both. I have to make a move now. Oh, you're not staying?
I thought you'd want to watch today's proceedings.
Well, I'd like to cheer you on, obviously. But I've got lots to get ready.
Get ready? For what?
Oh, yes. Would you take this?
Oh, isn't that one of the felt dolls usually dangling from your knapsack?
Oh yeah, it's a little Sherlock. Yes, it's a lucky charm. A little Holmesy that I made once.
A Holmesy? It's more like a Harley to me.
Harley.
I almost fucked up. I did fuck that one up.
If for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today, and just pull this little Holmesy's ears as hard as you possibly can. It's a voodoo doll.
Pull his ears?
He'll know to come help you now. That's right. It's a way to bring good luck. I think you might need it. Little doll of Mr. Holmes in hair form. I've been told to tug its ears if I run out of options in the trial today.
So I thought for a second that they might have been adding in I thought it was like, is this trial going to be so difficult they're going to add in a hint system for once and tell you when you're struggling what to do? But this is more along the lines, I think with this, we're literally going to hit a dead end where we can't do anything. And
which sounds really stressful.
Fucking Sherlock has made a voice line that's been recorded into this doll that's going to speak to us and tell us what we need to progress forward.
I don't think that's what's gonna happen.
Well, that's the only, because what
no, I don't.
get,
I know. I'm saying I don't think a voice line is gonna happen.
you know, it would make more sense, like, as graphic as it may be. You pull its ears and its head is gonna pop off, and there's gonna be like a clue inside there, some kind of note that reveals everything that's hidden from us for so long.
Or it turns into a gun. you think? That's wrong voice.
Whoops.
You think what we'll need is luck? I just sneaked a peek inside the courtroom, and it seemed very different to normal.
Yes, it would seem that a certain someone has decided to pull out all the stops.
What?
What does that mean?
Huh?
Well, fucking Strongheart did something.
Oh no.
But what did he do?
What about Mr. Holmes, Iris? I don't know. He was out all night and he hadn't come home by the time I left this morning.
Oh, God.
Oh, I see.
Was Professor Mikotoba out all night too, do you think, Miss Usadel?
Yes, it would seem so. I telegrammed the hotel this morning. And apparently they didn't come back to their rooms last night at all.
They?
Father and Judge Jigoku, I mean.
Judge Jigoku, too.
That's right. Nobody appears to have seen either of them since yesterday.
Oh, God, I hope that's not bad. Counsel for the defense and the defendant. Court is about to be in session. Please make your way inside the courtroom. What?
So all three of them are MIA. That's not great.
I'm gonna hope that, once again, this is part of that fucking dark order that they're all running in the bowels of the British Empire.
Good luck then, Ryu. Good luck, Susie.
Yes, thanks, Iris.
You're lucky I read that ahead of time. I think
Yeah.
I did it. And you, Mr. Reaper, I hope it goes well.
Once again, I thank you for the delicious tea. It was very soothing.
I'm so glad. Never thought I'd see them interact. We must go inside now, Lord Van Zeeks.
Oh boy. Alright, what did Strongheart do? Watch him like be the fucking judge or something.
Oh God, no! That's scary. That's scary.
That's gonna be a loaded jury. That's gonna be a loaded jury. I guess he could be a part of the jury. He's just a one-man jury is him down there beneath the judge. That'd be intimidating as fuck.
I'm scared.
Lord Van Zeeks has always been the formidable prosecutor I've had to lock horns with in court. But not today. Today I battle with another in pursuit of the truth.
A vengeance,
my best friend,
vengeance-bound partner.
Kazuma Asogi, who I trust more than anyone else in the world. Now I understand what it was that drew me here to Britain all those months ago. Now I know exactly what destiny had in store for me.
God, I love this soundtrack.
It's all been leading up to this one day, to this one trial, to this one final reckoning.
Finished it right on the drop there. Good job.
I wish I could say I did that on purpose. 3rd of November.
Most of the best things are done accidentally.
9:30 a.m. Old Bailey courtroom.
Like accidental puns.
That is a silent
There's no
courtroom.
judge. I'm scared.
Feels even more oppressive here than it did yesterday.
I didn't see anyone at the judge's seat.
No, does he usually just sit there when we come in?
I think.
There are cold stares pierce me like knives from all sides today.
Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, look!
Son of a bitch. I should have never said a word. I jinxed it, and now today has gone horribly wrong.
I'm scared!
I mean, as you should. This is obviously a loaded courtroom. We are so doomed. What
about
Lord
Santa?
Strongheart.
What'd you do with Santa? What about my judge voice?
I guess he's on vacation
what
for the
does
day.
It mean?
You know what? He's probably ensuring, because he said yesterday, like, you know, no more of what you pulled in court today when they got out. So this is probably his way of, if Kazuma steps out of line, he's probably going to come in and just, like, literally silence him. Because he has the authority to do that.
Ooh.
Oh, Kazuma must have known beforehand. Oh God, I've got a lot more on my plate all of a sudden.
You have a lot more voice acting to do now.
Oh God.
Good luck, my dude.
The ramifications of this trial now extend far beyond the murder of one Scotland Yard inspector. In fact, events have come to light that threaten the rock of the very foundations of our country's legal system.
You mean you?
Okay, I gotta be careful. These two can be very close sometimes.
Yeah.
It's based on the projection of the voice.
He's more chill.
Yeah. The escape of a condemned criminal on the nights of his execution, the subsequent unlawful shooting of the man, and the revelation that prison staff must have been complicit in the jailbreak. Britain is currently hosting influential members of the judiciary from countries all around the world. It is imperative that we uncover the truth in these proceedings to avoid international embarrassment.
This is like when I go between Gina and Iris.
Yeah. By royal decree, this will continue to be a closed trial.
Oh god.
You're so fucking tall. And one over which I, male Strongheart, exercise total and unequivocal authority.
Nice unicorn.
Oh god. You're making it seem even worse. He's like, I literally hold the scales of the balance in my hand. The six jurors' flames just...
He's a firebender.
As was the case in yesterday's proceedings, those here present in the public gallery are distinguished members of our judiciary assembled to bear witness to a fair judicial process.
Fair?
In other words, a collection of your acolytes, Lord Strongheart.
Oh, got him. Go off, Van Zeeks.
On a personal note, I find this most distressing, Lord Van Zeeks. You were a prosecutor of exceptional talent. Much like your brother, Clint, in fact.
Don't even.
Oh, he's trying to fucking set some shit off, man.
Holy shit.
Oh, God.
I'm scared.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
That sounded like a fucking guillotine dropping.
For the trial of Beric Van Zeeks, who officially stands accused of murder.
This music.
Counsels for the prosecution defense, are you in full readiness to proceed?
Holy hell, this is really epic.
My lord. As is the prosecution. Yesterday's proceedings brought to light a shocking and disturbing fact. There was a side to the victim, Inspector Tobias Gregson, that was unknown to his superiors at Scotland Yard. Yes, he was carrying out operations in secret, which Scotland Yard knew nothing about. And in those clandestine operations, he had an accomplice.
I think it's clandestine.
However that's supposed to be. Mr. Daily Vigil, who would be giving the inspectors an identification and present himself around the capital in order to establish credible alibis for Gregson. In that way, Gregson appeared to be carrying out his regular Scotland Yard work when in fact he wasn't. At the end of yesterday's session, Mr. Vigil, who had been suffering from amnesia, regained his memory. It would appear he buried his memories of the time deep inside himself as a means of self-preservation, because whilst he was engaged as chief warder of Barclay Prison, he abetted the convicts' escape. Mr. Vigil is currently recuperating at St. Sinners. He recovered enough to give a signed statement about his movements on the day prior to the incident. He's formally admitted to posing as Gregson whilst investigating the Red-Headed League. Which brings us to the crucial issue of the victim's time of death. The defense yesterday proposed a suggestion that the victim may have been killed one day earlier. This was based largely on the discovery that the victim's pocket watch had not been wound. The prosecution has something to report on that subject, my lord. Really? Go ahead, Prosecutor Osogi. I met once again with the coroner yesterday to discuss the issue. She confirmed that the defense's suggestion could not be ruled out.
Oh.
It's entirely possible that Inspector Gregson was killed on the 31st of October, the day before his body was discovered. I have here an updated autopsy report that includes the amended details.
We got that updated though.
Yeah. But the official opinion of the investigation team was made clear yesterday. That the time of death was 5 p.m. on 1st of November.
Oh, he's angry.
That stare went right through the fucking screen.
He's angry.
That is a hell of a look.
Evil as fuck. He's really living up to the name that you gave him oh so long ago now.
Yeah. Holy shit.
What became of sort of a meme on our channel has now come to light as the truth.
Woo-wee. There are indications of an attempt to disguise the real time of death, however. It seems that the natural decaying process of the victim's body may have been slowed by keeping it chilled.
That wouldn't be a first for an Ace Attorney case.
That's out of the question. There are no refrigeration devices in that part of London large enough to accommodate a human corpse. My lord, this is more than just conjecture. There's evidence to support the idea. We must investigate it thoroughly. Very well. The court will accept the new report as evidence. However, if this updated report is deemed to be accurate, it would give renewed significance to the movements of the victim on the day before the Fresno Street incident. It would, yes. Especially since on that day, Inspector Gregson was using Mr. Vigil to cover up his real movements. It's conceivable that he was killed in the course of his secret activities. Do I sense that the prosecution has some information regarding those activities? Scotland Yard put an enormous effort in investigating that precise matter yesterday.
Boy, you have a lot of talking to do.
I do, until Susanoo pipes up soon. I think we should begin by presenting the results of that investigation work. So the prosecution calls its first witness now.
You're like, please be a girl.
Gina? Gina? Hey! Thank God. I get a break. State your name and occupation for the court.
Inspector Gina Lestrade reporting. Representative of Scotland Yard.
A self-conferred rank, but never mind. Gina, again?
What's your problem, Odo? What's with that? Gina, again, look, eh?
Do I really telegraph it that much?
Yes, all your thoughts. Everyone always knows what you're thinking because it reads right on your face.
No.
The boss meant the world to me. He done more for me than anyone else ever did.
Oh? Inspector Gregson, you mean?
He got me out of the back slums of the East End and took me under his wing. Taught me that life can have a purpose. So that's why I'm the best person to be standing here speaking for him. Oh, Gina.
Right, all out of the goodness of Gregson's heart. Not at all that he had his arm twisted by Mr. Holmes. No. What's relevant to these proceedings is that the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations yesterday has revealed that the victim was carrying out some assignment the police knew nothing about. Very troubling.
Yes, you are.
That face. Lord Strongheart knew. So, Inspector Lestrade, let's hear exactly what it is in that report.
What it says.
What it says in that report.
Coming right up, sir. Look at her face. She's just so precious.
All right. What's in your report there?
All your detectives are supposed to follow orders and investigate what they're told. But a little search of the boss's office turned up a notebook that had a load of secret meetings in it. According to that, the boss was looking into some smuggled good dealings that day. Looks like it was a big job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet. What matters most is, as witnesses what saw the Reaper at the place too.
Oh boy.
That doesn't bode well.
Smuggled goods?
I don't know, do I? I'm just telling you what was written in the book.
Tobacco, tea, spices, medicines. Goods of all sorts flow into London by illegal channels from across the globe.
That sounds very
It's
expensive.
well known that they're disposed of regular black markets that take place in the capital. But the police are rarely able to locate them in time. So Inspector Gregson was investigating one of those black markets? It's been suggested the high-ranking government's officials may be involved in black market activity. No doubt Gregson was trying to avoid details of his investigations being leaked to the involved parties. That would explain why he was operating on his own authority without the Yard's knowledge. And do we know where the dealings were taking place this time?
That was a high vibe.
He's questioning it.
Yeah.
In a particular
Do
room
we know?
of a certain exclusive London's gentleman's club. Oh! On the day in question, the accused is known to have been there. That's the conclusion of Scotland Yard's investigation of the matter. Oh! So, Van Zeeks was seen at a gentleman's club. Ooh. That can't be. He's not like that. We haven't heard anything
It
about any
doesn't
of this.
always mean that, you know. Not back then.
Yes, especially back then.
Well, I don't know, man.
Members of the club have testified to
I
it.
just think of drinks and cigars.
There's no question the accused, Barrick Von Zeeks, was present.
Van Zeeks, not
Van
Von
Zeeks.
Zeeks.
Sorry.
There's an A, not an O.
I was thinking because the comments pointed out some that we didn't really think of, but I think we probably didn't realize it because we didn't know the official Japanese name for Von Karma, but their last name is Karma, just like the sword. And it's kind of, I guess, implied that the Von Karmas were involved with all that, because they were talking about how various people took in the name of the sword as their own name.
Yeah.
So it's kind of implied that, like, the Von Karmas came from the Asogi bloodline, or at least were involved with them in some form or fashion. Anyways, back to that would be.
That's very unfortunate.
Well,
Cosmo would be rolling in his grave if he knew.
But we have Francesca, so it's fine.
Yeah, but
it balances out the good
her
and evil.
dad is.
And then Edgeworth. So come on.
Edgeworth
now.
was adopted.
He's still part of the family. That would be very significant testimony then.
Oh my! But Lord Van Zieks had made no mention of this at all.
In short, Lord Van Zieks had ample opportunity to murder the victim. That's so funny. Oh man. Very well then, counsel for the defense, begin your cross-examination. Don't look at me like that.
Just the horn of the unicorn just slamming down.
Oh god.
He really is a Kingdom Hearts film. Alright, all your teachers are supposed to follow orders and investigate what they're told.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, you follow orders, do you, Gina?
Roughly. I mean, no, not me. I'm above all that, see?
Oh.
The boss always had special orders for me. Grab us some fish and chips, or go and give Toby his grub, that kind of thing.
So errands more than orders then. This detective is still an apprentice after all.
Yeah, well, this apprentice ain't want to sit around and wait to be told what to do, even by the boss. So I've been doing my own investigations into what happened. I didn't find much at first.
But then... found the book. Could be all code words in there, you don't know. So you went through Inspector Rexon's things.
Yup, as part of the independent Lestrade investigation.
I'm sure your superiors would be delighted that you're taking the initiative.
So I snuck into his office when no one else was about. Because if anyone at the yard had seen me going in there, they'd have turfed me straight out on the street.
This is sounding less and less like an investigation and more like something else. The prosecution understands that it was this very detective who discovered the notebook.
You got that right. Nothing gets past Inspector Lestrade and a trusty assistant, Chief Inspector Toby. We found it hidden in one of his desk drawers that had a false bottom.
That's impressive.
Wow. So then I went to arm myself and no one can find me, so I would have a butcher's at what was written in it. Because if anyone at the yard had found me out, they'd have turfed me straight out on the street.
Ah.
I'm giving it in now though, ain't I? And if it weren't for me, it wouldn't never have been found. Woo!
There
Accents.
You go. According to that, the boss was looking at some smuggled good dealings that day.
If it makes, I don't know if this makes sense or not to you.
What?
But it'd be easier for me to do her accent if it wasn't pre-written.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But they do it so that you understand the accent that she has. But
it helps.
Do you have any idea where those dealings were taking place?
Yup. It was all there in the boss's notes. Let's see if I can remember.
As I already said, the illegal dealings were due to take place at a gentleman's club. Yes, I remember. I was hoping to find out the name of the club, just for research purposes. That won't be necessary. You have me. What? What? It's conceivable that the club might be used again by the smugglers in future.
I headcanon Phoenix as a bi-disaster, and I'd like to think it goes all the way back to Ryu. Just the whole family line.
Therefore, prosecution has been asked not to reveal the name of these proceedings.
I don't know what all the fuss is about. It's right here. All I gotta do is read it out.
Stop.
And I could too. I've got this reading game button up now.
Oh my gosh.
Can't I show you what I can do? Go on, what's the arm?
The judge hasn't signaled an objection yet.
Yeah?
I could try to find out. What should I do? Go for it.
Yeah, read.
He penalizes me. We lose all of a sudden. This is a closed court. The proceedings are confidential.
That is true.
There shouldn't be any possibility of information being leaked. As I explained, there is some possibility of politicians being involved in this affair.
Politicians.
The prosecution's rightfully exercising caution, I imagine. No, my lord. The prosecution has no objection.
Ah!
What the fuck? Asma?
Partner?
There's no question that Inspector Gregson was looking into these black market dealings. However, it's not yet been established that he was on that particular trail on the day in question. The defense requires to know the club's name. The prosecution has no intention of being obstructive.
He's like, fuck.
Do you remember what I told you, boy?
Right then, I get to show off me reading skills. Oh, you cutie.
Okay, so...
Apparently, the smuggled goods deal was going to happen at a gentleman's club called the Grouse.
Grouse. I want to hear more about that. I've never heard of it before. Grouse? What sort of a club is that?
You know what a grouse is, right?
No.
It's a bird.
It's a goose mouse?
No.
It's a goose mouse. The mythical goose mouse.
A grouse is kind of like a pheasant.
It's a goose mouse.
It's a bird that's hunted, you know, with like dogs and stuff.
It's a goose mouse now.
I'm going to slap you. I ain't got the foggiest. Clubs ain't exactly my thing. But I'm kind of curious.
They're not places where a foreign student like you would really be readily admitted. Have you looked in the mirror recently?
I tell you what. Me and Chief Inspector Toby could go in undercover.
Could you, though? Could you?
I could pick out a few good marks and see what else I could find out while I was in there.
I really don't think you should go picking out anything. Anyway, that's where these black market dealings were going to take place, is it?
Yeah, it's gotta be. That's what the lower ranking detectives at the R reckon.
Says the even lower ranking detective.
She's basically an intern.
Big job and all, but the cop isn't in on it yet. So how would Inspector Gregson come to find out about it in that case?
That's a question, ain't it? But I'm just an apprentice, so...
And why didn't he inform Scotland Yard of his findings?
Yeah, that's what I was asking myself, because, you know, I'm just an apprentice.
When it suits you, yes.
Yeah, she just... Anyway, the point is, something went on in that club, no question.
You can't say that for certain, though, Shirley?
Don't call me Shirley. That ain't my name. What matters most is the witnesses for the Reaper would place to... Yeah.
And who are those witnesses? Lord Van Zeeks was at the club?
Out of context, that looks funny.
He was. Detectives who visited the club yesterday to make inquiries have confirmed it. Several members report having seen the accused being admitted to the room in question as a guest. Looks like there's no disputing that he was there then.
Well, we know that Lord Van Zeeks was investigating Inspector Gregson, don't we?
True.
Perhaps he'd already discovered the inspector's secret notebook.
He said so himself, too.
Yeah.
Sent him to the club, you mean?
So
Maybe.
he was just following him.
Presumably then there are also eyewitnesses who can testify that Gregson was there? Fuck. None have been identified at this time, no. So the all-important victim wasn't seen at this mysterious club.
Huh. Oi, why aren't you asking Inspector Lestrade here, eh?
Well, can you tell us? So that's all I've got to work with. Gina's not holding back with that ice-cold stare of hers, is she?
I really don't know what to make of all this.
Lord Van Zeeks told us that he was investigating Inspector Gregson. They never once mentioned they met the inspector the day before the incident.
Yeah. You don't think Lord Van Zeeks could have been lying to us, do you?
Nah, that's not the only way to explain this.
Oh.
If everything Lord Van Zeeks has told us is true, then there must be a mistake in this testimony somewhere.
You mean there are details we've yet to uncover?
Exactly. A clue, perhaps, that even Gina hasn't noticed. That's what we should be looking for here. So there's gonna be something tied to the Goose Mouse Club.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna figure out what that is without being murdered by Allie next time.
Yeah, you're right. Gina will murder you instead.
Oh God, I'm in danger.